In this subtopic of 8.2, we will explain about how to manage resistance to change. How do managers manage resistance to change? We know that it's better for us to eat healthy and to be active, yet few of us follow that advice. We resist making changes in our lifestyle. Volkswagen Sweden and an agency DDB Stockholm did an experiment to see if they could get people to change their behavior and take the healthier option of using the stairs instead of riding an escalator. How? They put a working piano keyboard on a stairway in Stockholm subway station. Managers should be motivated to initiate change because their concern is improving their organization effectiveness. But change isn't easy in any organization. It can be disruptive and scary. Organization and people within them can build up inertia that causes them to resist any change, even if the change might be beneficial. In this section, we review why people in organization resist change and what can be done to lessen the resistance. Why do people resist organizational change? It often said that most people hate any change that doesn't jiggle in their pockets. This resistance to change is well documented. Why do people resist organizational change? The main reason include uncertainty, habit, concern over personal loss, and the belief that the change is not in the organization's best interest. Change replaces the known with uncertainty. No matter how much you may dislike attending college or certain classes, at least you know what is expected of you. When you leave college for the world of full-time employment, you will trade the known for the unknown. Employees in organizations are faced with similar uncertainty. For example, when quality control method based on statistical model are introduced into manufacturing plants, many quality control inspectors have to learn the new methods. Some may fear that they will be unable to do so and may develop a negative attitude toward the change or behave fully if required to use them. Another cause of resistance is that we do things out of habit. Every day when you go to school or work, you probably get there the same way if you like most people. Weak culture of habit. Life is complex enough. We don't want to have to consider the full range of options for the hundreds of decisions we make every day. To cope with this complexity, we rely on habits or program response, but when confronted with change, our tendency to respond in our accustomed ways becomes a source of resistance. The third cause of resistance is the fear of losing something already possessed. Change threatens an investment you have already made in the status quo. The more the people have invested in the current system, the more they resist change. Why? They fear losing status, money, authority, friendships, personal convenience, or other economic benefits that they value. This has explained why older workers tend to resist change more than younger workers, since they generally have more invested in the current system and more to lose by changing. A final cause of resistance is personal belief. The change is incompatible with the goals and interests of an organization. For instance, an employee who believes that a proposed new job procedure will reduce product quality can be expected to resist change. This type of resistance can actually be beneficial to the organization if expressed in a positive way. And the main reason why people don't want to change, managers should be motivated to initiate change because they're concerned with improving their organization effectiveness. Moving on. At annual 401,000 enrollment meeting, the CEO of North American Tool frustrated at his employees' disinterest in maxing out their investment, brought in a big bag, unzipped it, and ended it in over a table. Cash poured out, 9,832 to be exact, the amount employees had failed to claim the prior year. He gestured at the money and said, "This is your money. It should be in your pocket. Next year, do you want it on your table or in your pocket?" The 401,000 enrollment forms were distributed. Several individuals signed up. Sometimes to get people to change, you first have to get their attention. When managers see resistance to change as dysfunctional, what can they do? Several strategies have been suggested in dealing with resistance to change. These approaches include education and communication, participation, facilitation, support, negotiation, manipulation, and cooperation and caution. These techniques are summarized here. Managers should view this technique as tools and use the most appropriate on depending on the type and sources of the resistance. First, education and communication. It is used when resistance is due to misinformation. The advantage is can clear up the misunderstandings, and the disadvantages may not work when mutual trust and credibility are lacking. Second, participation. It is used when the resistor has the expertise to make contribution. Participation involves bringing those individuals directly affected by the proposed change into the decision-making process. Their participation allows these individuals to express their feelings, increase the quality of the process, and increase employee commitment to the final decision. The disadvantages is time-consuming and has potential for a few solutions. One is facilitation and support. It's used when the resistors are fearful and eager to reason. Facilitation and support involve helping employees deal with the fear and anxiety associated with the change effort. This help may include employee counseling, therapy, new skills training, or a short paid leave of absence. The disadvantage of this technique is expensive and no guarantee of success. Next is negotiation. Negotiation involves exchanging something of value for an agreement to lessen the resistance to the change effort. This resistance may be quite useful when the resistance comes from a powerful source, but the disadvantage is it is potentially high cost, open doors for others to apply pressure to. The fifth is manipulation and cooperation. Manipulation and co-optation refer to covert attempts to influence others about the change. They may involve twisting or distorting effects to make the change appear more attractive, but it can be failure, causing change agent to lose credibility. Last one is caution. Caution can be used to deal with resistance to change. Caution involves the use of direct threats of force against the resistors. It is inexpensive, easy way to gain support, but the disadvantage is maybe illegal, may undermine change agents' credibility too. That's all for this part. Thank you.